everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to episode 24 of the Coach's Corner. And actually, we're pretty close to the anniversary of the Coach's Corner, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, right about a year ago, we started up the Coach's Corner series. So super excited about that. Whoop, whoop. It's awesome. I hope everyone out there is enjoying these little episodes and especially little pro tips that we give at the end. So make sure you watch from beginning to end, especially if you're a user of the device. So it's Black Friday. You gonna go shopping, James?
Yep. Right after we're done, I'm hitting the road.
Nice. I bet everyone out there is doing their shopping, whether it's online or out and about. If you are out and about, make sure you take those precautions and keep yourself safe. But also wanted to mention that IrisVision actually has a promo going on too for the holidays. It's going to be $500 off your purchase. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a good savings right there. So if you're thinking about either an IrisVision Live or the newest and coolest IrisVision Inspire headset for one of your loved ones, there you go, $500 off right now for the holiday promo. So just to kind of give everybody an idea about Inspire, again, that's the new product for IrisVision, and some of you may already have one or have already experienced one, but we actually have new features on the Inspire, James, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more at our webinar that we're going to have next week. So if you guys are part of the email for IrisVision, make sure you keep your eye out for the Inspire webinar invite so that you could join us and learn a little bit more about what we have going on. So what do you think, James? We're going to talk about different assistive technologies, or maybe just gifts that would be good for someone who is partially sighted. What kind of stuff do you have?
Definitely. If you're trying to buy for somebody you know that's visually impaired, there's some really good gifts out there. Simple things, anything from a deck of playing cards. They make them with the big faces, which helps a lot. Yeah. Instead of a regular J for the jack, it's a huge, you can't miss it. Those, I remember getting one from my low vision provider for Christmas. It was great. I never would have thought of that.
Nice.
Really
Yeah, those are really helpful. The jumbo, like with the big letters, like you said, the big numbers, those are great.
Makes it fun to play cards again. And then simple things like trays, it's even I was looking at some features for assistive technology, and then for visually impaired gifts, even simple plates, little plastic plates that come in black and white. You can flip it over one color or the other. It was pretty cool. Contrast is very important, seeing contrast. So anything with high contrast, cutting boards, if
that's what I was going to mention. I was going to mention cutting boards, because you get those that are all kinds of different colors, so that you could use them for different types of things. Like the darker ones could be for your lighter vegetables, and the lighter ones could be for your darker foods. So yeah, contrast is important. Have you seen those measuring cups with the big numbers too? Like they have the inverted colors sometimes. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I have a black set with white writing, and then I have a white set with black writing. And not only does it have the different colors, you could also feel it. Like you can feel the half, not braille, but like the 1/2 popping up. So it's cool. Those work very. There you go. Those are good too. Very good to have if you do a little bit of cooking, stuff like that.
And we also have like talking timers and different types of talking kitchen appliances, right? Do you have, I know you like to cook, and of course, for those of you out there, if you haven't tuned in to Grilling with James, check out our YouTube channel. There's a series called Grilling with James. And hey, by the way, real quick, when are you gonna do your next episode, bro?
I don't know. We're gonna have to do it soon. I still gotta show that completed brisket.
That's right. Maybe we can do
stay
that
up one night.
Maybe we
Now
can get
it's not
that coming
100.
up here for the holidays, because people like to make brisket and stuff for Christmas, right?
There you go. Yep. And it's not 120 outside, so I can do
Right.
it. Don't sweat it out. But yeah, like you said, timers. I use Alexa for my timer. You know, just call out. But if I'm outside, I talk to my phone and I say set timer. Now, talking thermometers are a big must-have. I need those. A lot of people put in with the IrisVision. I can use my True Temp and check the temperature, right? But also a talking temperature works great. Works really good. Thermometer. I'm sorry, talking temperature, talking thermometer. Either the plug-in ones or the True Temps, where you plug it, you like put it in and get the quick temp. Those are great to have. Really great to have. Good
Yeah.
stuff. And I
Yeah.
was talking to one of my clients, and he was talking about the smokers. I like to smoke meat, and he said, "What do you think about the like Traegers or Pit Boss pellet smokers?" I'm like, "That is wonderful. That is great for anybody visually impaired, because you fill it with the pellets. If you want to get your loved one a great gift, get them one of those smokers, a Traeger, any one of the pellet smokers. They have big digital displays. Some of them talk. You just set it to the temp you want, and it feeds itself. All you got to do is put the food on, wait for it to be done, and take it off. You get a nice brisket, whatever you want to, put out there. You can even grill on it. So don't be
Nice.
afraid of them.
That's cool.
Definitely.
Did you smoke your turkey yesterday for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I smoked 2 of them. Sure did.
Nice.
You
Any
know me, I got.
vegetables? Any vegetables for those of us who are non-meat eaters, as vegetarians?
I didn't make the veggies. The wife did, and did, but yeah, I still ate a few of them. I'm more of a meat kind of guy. Every once in a while, I throw veggies in, I guess. Good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, no, for sure. So you're outdoors, obviously, when you're smoking your meat and you're out there during the day. Sometimes I bet the sun is shining down, especially living in Casa Grande, right? Casa Grande,
Yeah.
Arizona, super sunny and bright. So those cool sunglasses that wrap around are a nice little gift too for anyone who's partially sighted. So
Definitely.
do you have any of those?
I do. I have some very nice ones. I've got like 4 different pairs for different times, different contrasts. Because we have our bad days and good days, eye days.
Yeah.
When it's cloudy outside, the UV rays are going everywhere. So the dark ones don't really work well for that. It's more for shade overhead. So I got some different, the green, they have the new green and gray tinted ones that are good for cloudy days. And then also for indoors, I wear every once in a while, when my eyes are bothering me, I get some glare resistant, and they just block the glare, and I'll wear, those are called the indoor sunglasses. Those are very good for, especially macular D, where you don't have the center, your cones to bend the light. I mean, light hurts, direct light hurts. We need a lot of light to see, but you don't want it directly in your eyes, because then it's like being in the snow with no goggles, no sunglasses. That glare just it can be painful. It's very annoying. So indoor sunglasses, I highly recommend. They have a they block the rays. Yeah, really good. They're glare resistant is what they're called. So there's several different.
You could get those almost anywhere, huh? But where do you normally get yours?
I get mine from Dr. Lund in Colorado.
Okay.
Sold me a pair. He has some Ray-Bans, and they work. The glass on them is excellent. But like you said, they're inexpensive. Any of your low vision providers, Walmart has low vision indoor glasses, stuff like that. It depends on what you want to spend. Topper, they all work, in my opinion. On that note, too, lighting, good gifts for visually impaired. Everybody thinks, oh, I'll get them the brightest LED, and that's not always good, or brightest fluorescent. That's not always good. We need dimmable lights. Stella makes a good one. Like over my desk, I have a Stella light that I can change from LED. It's LED, period, but it has the blue LED, the bright white LED. It has the yellow incandescent LED, depending on your mood, right? What day you're having or whatever. And it's dimmable. You can turn the light so it's not bothering you. So lighting, look into lighting too for your vision. We need light, lots of light, but not directly.
Yeah. And it's nice to have the different bulb colors for different situations, right?
I agree. Yep. Everybody's eyes are different.
That's for sure.
And when you're wearing
for me, I'm not as light sensitive as you are, but I have Stargardt's, which is macular degeneration. So again, everybody's eyes are different. But
you have a lot of contrast, huh?
yeah, yeah. Large print books are great too.
Oh
Large
man,
print books, those are awesome. Or even audiobooks. Audible, you can actually send gift cards. So that's pretty awesome. Or if you wanted to give someone a book, you can actually give someone a book through Audible as well. And you know what I like about Audible too? They're really friendly. Like their customer service is really awesome. They're easy to get in touch with. If you're having a issue, or if you've got a book that you didn't actually like, you can actually call customer service and they'll take really good care of you. So Audible is always nice. But for those of you out there, this is really not quite a gift, but Bard, right, James?
yeah.
Bard has all kinds of
Library of
audiobooks.
Congress, free to anybody who's visually impaired. Sign up, get all the free books. But Audible has a lot of free ones too. I was looking at. They have a ton out there. So
Yeah, and they have podcasts, books, all kinds of stuff now. So that's really cool. And I think you can even like purchase a membership for someone as a gift too. So that's nice. We love our audiobooks. Sometimes when I'm trying to read, oh man, my eyes get tired, but I can listen to a book. I can listen to a book and it's great.
I know everybody out there watching this saying, "Yep, my eyes
Yeah.
get tired." To the way just listen to it for sure. I do.
Right.
I don't even do that much reading. Even with the IrisVision, I mean, it's good for reading. You go hours though. I don't know. Some of my clients tell me they read for an hour, 2 hours. I'm like, wow, my eyes get tired. Then I just put it up and I just sit back and listen. Half the time I end up falling asleep listening to the book, but that's all right.
That's when you just rewind and listen to the chapter over again.
There you go.
But really cool gift idea as well are magnifiers. Some of us still use magnifiers. For me, like the handheld magnifiers don't quite work as well because of the severity of my sight loss. But if it was like a digital magnifier, that might be great for out and about. I know there's some called like the Ruby and the Pebble, those type of things. Do you have any handheld magnifiers, James?
I have a couple. The Ruby I use more than any of, like you said, the glass magnifiers. The thing is, the more power you want out of it, it's a smaller glass. So, instead of, we go from using the big one that helps us read and stuff to smaller and smaller. So, like you said, the electronic ones like the Pebble and the Ruby come in handy. I mean, IrisVision, you got all the zoom you need and you want, right?
Yeah.
That's what I replaced my Ruby with. But every once in a while, I break out with it, take it like the grocery store or something. It has a little handheld thing. So pull it out and check things out. But yeah, and the Pebble, I don't know, you're more familiar with the Pebble. I haven't owned one. I've heard a lot of people. That's also another good one too.
Right. And then you have your scanners. I know that both of us have a Pearl, right? Those are really cool.
Yeah, one of the best readers out there for sure.
Yeah, you could scan pretty much anything, your mail, your books, or anything that you wanted to read.
It's a good reader.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And in general too, like now, speaking of readers and things like that, OCR, when people are working on their computers, there's all kinds of assistive technology for your computer too, right? Like Zoom text and JAWS and all these things. Those can be a little pricey, but you should explore using the native assistive technology on your computer just so that you could see how it works. Because I know for me, I use the native technology, assistive technology on my Apple computer. It's pretty cool. It works really well. And from what I understand, because you're educating me on this, James, Apple's customer support is also really cool, right?
Oh, they're great. They're great. Yeah, they started out with one of the best. You got it, the assistive technology, accessibility built in. Apple was one of the best, especially for Zoom. Now, Windows, of course, if you get Windows 10 or above, their native Zoom. I mean, I use Fusion, JAWS and Zoom Tech combined. I really like it. But I watched one of Sam from the Blind Life episode, and he was talking about the new native Zoom. And so I got the new Z, right? HP laptop.
Mhm.
So I went into the and he's right. What's built into it is actually really good. So they're Apple and even Windows now, they're native Zoom. Try it out. Look into it on YouTube. You can find all kinds of how to, how to use it.
We
So
all
if
love YouTube University.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
awesome. And of
learn
course,
anything.
if you have an IrisVision, you can also use your IrisVision to try to look at your computer as
Oh,
well. It works
definitely.
great. I know that I use my Live quite a bit to use the computer as well, and working on a laptop or something, it comes in really handy when out and about traveling. But again, want to just put that out there, put that shout out there to IrisVision. We are having our promo, $500 off of your
Woo.
purchase, right? Whoop, whoop. So if you don't have one yet, if you're thinking about getting one for yourself or your loved one, definitely talk to your loved one about it before you get it. And talk to a sales rep, call into 855-207-6665, and there's going to be an option there for you to talk to a sales rep. And they can give you all the information you need on both devices. So anything else you could think of, James? Man, there's so much out there. I know
There
that.
is. There is. Always consider how much. Ask them. Don't be afraid to ask somebody how much vision. Like, what do you see? That's the best question you can ask somebody. Everybody's different. There's so much assistive technology. Like Myrna said, using the IrisVision on your computer. Well, you're going to need that in order to learn any of those that we talked about. Fusion, you actually have to see it before you learn it, right? So I used IrisVision to learn it. I would have to zoom in, look at my computer. It was great. Once you get the Fusion or something like that, it doesn't replace, it does help when you're on the computer, but you're going to need an assistive technology such as IrisVision just to be able to go to the links to watch the YouTube, right? We have
Right.
YouTube built into the headset, so there's no way you can beat that. It's right there in your face. But like always ask whoever you're buying for, or if you have a significant other, low vision, see what they can see, and then you'll know, because you have, closer to blind, there's a lot out there, canes and stuff like that, voiceovers, all the different features. Definitely
Mhm.
look into what they can see. If they're 2200, 2060, just not totally blind, they still have a lot of eyesight, then you want to get into more of the assistive technology, that helps them without, they're probably not going to use a cane, or they see too good. They don't need readers, stuff like that. They can still use magnifying glasses or little pearls or the Ruby
Right.
stuff like that. And IrisVision, of course, covers from a little bit of eyesight to totally blind, so you can't go wrong there. But don't be afraid to ask them what different one. There's canes out there you can buy. Always, I have the flip out cane, and then I don't know I think you have the bougie one, right? The telescoping one, I think, comes out.
Yeah. No, that's the one I wanted, the bougie one.
Oh,
That's what I wanted. But no, mine is just like an ID cane. And mine actually has a blue handle. It's pretty cool because there's all kinds of different colors too that you could choose from. Because people think sometimes that it has to be the red and white, which I know that it's significant, that color, for certain identification purposes for others. But there's also different colored ones too.
yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Accessorize different colors.
Yeah,
And like
exactly.
Myrna and I, we talk a lot about different things. And I don't need it to get around necessarily, but if I fly somewhere, go to the airport, up the moon,
Right.
you definitely want to use it, because then people will know,
Yeah.
they will help you. And it does make a statement like, yes, I'm visually impaired. My wife used to send me with a pin that said, I am visually impaired. I felt like a little kid. But it did help. They need to help me and stuff like that. And plus, you get the benefits. You might as well reap from them, right? We get to board the plane earlier than most because
Hey,
we are visually impaired.
right.
Ooh,
We don't make the rules, man. But
abide by.
for sure. I mean, they also, and just to kind of wrap up here, there is also really cool apps that you could use on your phone. So there's one called Seeing AI, but that one's exclusively for iPhones, right? And then there's one called Be My Eyes, which is really cool too. So do your research out there, guys. Check those out. They're really great apps, really, really helpful for those of us who are partially sighted, and even those of us who are completely blind with the Be My Eyes and Seeing AI. It's really cool. From what I understand, with Seeing AI, there you could actually program it to do facial recognition and all kinds of cool stuff. And Be My Eyes is actually going to connect you to a person who's going to help you see, basically, and look around in your surroundings or whatever it is you need help with seeing. So take advantage of those type of things that are out there.
Definitely.
All right, any pro tips for today? I think we can do one that we've maybe have done before, but it's always nice to do a repeat, right?
Definitely.
So as coaches, James, what do we love to have done before the coaching session?
What is it?
Keeping your phone fully charged. Make sure it's fully charged before the coaching session. That's important. And also connecting it to Wi-Fi is helpful for sure, because Wi-Fi connectivity is going to help us and also help you, especially if you ever need any kind of tech support or anything like that. It's going to make it easier for our team to remote onto your device and assist you. So happy Black Friday, everybody. Happy shopping. James, I know you're going to hit the road.
Jump out of here, go get my list.
I wear a size medium. I like the color blue. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting that out there.
Let me go get my list. Oh.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, James. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have fun out there with your family, and everybody out there, be safe when you're out there shopping and have fun. Of course, always leave questions, comments, any suggestions that you might have for the Coaches Corner, anything that you guys want us to cover, please put it in the comments, and we will always look at those, and we will make sure that we address it for one of these Coaches Corners. Yes. All right, cool. Thanks, James.
You're welcome. Thank you. Nice seeing everybody.
Bye.